Hello everyone, Chuck Northside Guy, posting my first YouTube card video of 2020. And we're going to start the year with getting back to some basics, getting back to the 1933 Goudey. It's my intention to show every card of this set in the video and share a little bit about the players, the teams they played for, the season that is featured. To date, I have featured 94 cards of my collection from the 1933 Goudey, and we're going to keep moving on. There's 240 cards in this set. I'm going to start featuring videos, I think around 5 at a time, and we're going to begin with the first videos featuring low number commons. Now in this set, the low numbers are very difficult to get. First up is another player named Heine. Heine Schubel is appearing. He is, unlike the other cards and players I've featured thus far, a common player. There's really not much I can say about him, but he's a card number 4, hard to find, and I think this is a beautiful example. Next up is a higher profile player, Babe Herman. Now, Babe Herman was one of the big power hitters of the late 1920s and early 1930s. He hit for a cycle record 3 times. He was really an amazing, he had some amazing seasons. In 1929, he hit .381, had a 612 slugging average, and he collected 217 hits. But the National League that year, 1929, was in the middle of an offensive explosion, and he finished behind Lefty O'Doul, who hit .398 that year for the batting title, and was only 7th in the league with slugging, so different times. The following year, he hit .393, and again did not win the batting average. He was .401. But Babe Herman was really known for his antics as kind of a klutz. He wore it was said about him that he wore a glove for one reason, because it was the league custom. He developed a self-deprecating attitude about his fielding abilities, and when informed by a local bank that someone had been impersonating him and cashing bad checks, he said, well, hit him a few fly balls. If he catches any, it ain't me. And then notably in his last at bat, he hit a single and tripped over first base. So Herman, in spite of those antics, hit better than 309 Major League seasons, is featured in the glory of their times. Interesting career, colorful career, beautiful card, number 5. Just take a peek at the back here. All right, next up is Jimmy Dykes here in a PSA 6. Now, this card is unusual in a very obscure way. There's only 5 known examples greater than this card. And the reason is, on the back, Jimmy Dykes' age, you can see there, Jimmy is 26. So 26 in the bio is the rarity. It's the error. Jimmy was, in fact, born in 1896. So in 1933, he would have been not 26. He would have been 33 plus 4, that's 37 years old. So Jimmy Dykes. So that's one interesting fact about this card. Jimmy Dykes batted over 300 times, 5 times in his career. He played in that Philadelphia Athletics dynasty that won 3 consecutive American League pennants from 29 to 31. After his playing days in the later 30s and 40s, he became the winningest manager of the White Sox with 899 victories over 13 seasons. And that doesn't mean he was successful. He was a manager who was the first manager in history to win 1,000 games without capturing a league pennant. So in the season featured here, in 1933, he was a member of the first 2 All-Star games, Jimmy Dykes. Next up, with a yellow back now, is Roy Johnson. Roy Johnson in 1933 hit .313 and had 95 RBIs. Played for the Red Sox in this season. Good hitter, kind of a hothead. In 1937, the Yankees lost 2 in a row to the Tigers, and Roy Johnson thought that manager Joe McCarthy was brooding over the losses and snapped, "What's the guys expect us to do, win every day?" Well, in a horrible stroke of luck, McCarthy happened to overhear him and waved him from the team immediately. Thus endeth Roy Johnson's career. But here featured in a beautiful yellow back, classic-looking Goudey. Finally, in this video, we're going to feature Dave Harris, another common. Not much that I can say about him. He played for 9 seasons, and he was featured here on the Washington Senators. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. More to come. I'm also going to feature some non-vintage cards I picked up as I try to share collecting with my 2 sons, and I'm going to feature some of those cards. They've been wanting me to make a video on them. So look forward to posting more videos and watching your videos. Take care, everybody.